Data governance and resulting data quality is a big concern. It should be. The Data Warehousing Institute concluded that the cost of data quality problems exceeds $600 billion annually. That's with a B. If it costs us so much, why isn't anything being done? Well, it's not that simple. If we want to improve our data quality, we need to capture and document changes in the way we acquire, maintenance, disseminate, and track the state of our data. It can be done, but it requires extreme discipline. Not just a matter of having policies, but following them. Even if you have the discipline, it's extremely manpower intensive. Somebody needs to record every detail about the data and the processing that created it. Not so bad for the first time, but what happens when formats or processing requirements change? There are a number of tools that help out. The problem is these tools profile the source and target data. Profiling source data can give us good clues as to how the data should be processed. We then use that data to create a multitude of extraction, transformation, and loading, or ETL programs. These programs are run to produce the target data. Profiling target data can help us know when a data quality problem begins to surface. But what happens when we discover we have a problem? This is a big challenge because we don't know what ETL programs or versions of programs were run to produce the target data. The solution is the Tamadata Data Procession Platform. The Data Procession Platform uses a patented revision management strategy to simplify and automate revision management of ETL processing and resultant data. The solution starts by creating metadata that describes ETL processing. A user interface is used to import the metadata. An ID and version information is applied to the metadata. Using the metadata, the Data Procession Platform automatically generates the ETL programs. The ETL programs may have several steps, including conversions, derivations, lookups, or pivots. All this processing software is automatically generated. Along with automatically generating the conversion steps, the ETL will automatically embed instructions to tag the resultant data with the metadata version. We could have had database developers manually revision all the ETL programs by having them check all the ETL programs into a source code configuration management system. We could also have our developers manually dump all the new data resulting from running the ETL program. We can then tell all the developers that they must document which version of which ETL program is associated with each dump of the resultant data. The Data Procession Platform does all this automatically. This kind of leads us back to the reason data quality solutions are not implemented. Too much discipline and too much manpower. You can see how the Data Procession Platform removes these concerns. There's another huge benefit to using the Tamadata Data Procession Platform. Remember that big red question mark? Wouldn't it be nice to know what's inside? There's no longer any question as to how your data was processed. In this report, called the Table Lineage Report, you can see that these different packages took data from this source table using this connection and created this destination table. That destination table was in turn then used by a second conversion and used to create the final destination. If you want to see the details of any of these conversion programs, you simply drill down. Here we see the individual transformations that occurred during that table-to-table conversion. Again, this was all created via the metadata. But you can see that it was extracted from this source, went through a conversion, went through some derivations so you can derive certain columns into another, do a lookup in case you want to use some lookup tables to create a different value, another data conversion, and then ultimately loading into the source or into the target table. So now, if we want to see the element level details, we can go ahead and just drill down to that level. Here we see some of the different data conversions that occurred. And you can see the exact elements that were loaded into the target table. I hope you're starting to see that you have visibility not to just some of the data, not just most of the data, but all of the data. And that's because all the data processing down to the element is all contained in the metadata. We have complete visibility to everything that was done to your data because everything was recorded in the metadata. The big red question mark is gone. Hopefully you could see how your organization could benefit from the Tamadata Data Procession Platform. If you want more information, you can go to tamadata.com or contact us. Thank you.